ask some people, what's your relationship status? And they're like, oh, are you single, married, or it's complicated? And some people are like, it's complicated. Now, these days, that is complicated. It's no longer just a relationship status. It's the relationship itself, gongo. Some relationships are complicated because you don't even know whether to call them relationships or whether to call them situationships. We'll get right into the video. Hello, my amazing people. Welcome back to the Literal Podcast, where we say things that everyone is thinking about, but no one has the boldness to say it out loud. I'm your amazing host, Oge Chinze, aka The Phenomenal Oge, and today we're going to be discussing and dissecting this menace called situationships. Currently, it has become such a big trend. Situationships are now literally ranked as a relationship status. Now, people now ask people, oh, are you single, married, or is complicated? What is that in the first place? This wasn't even a thing back in the days, but now situationships have come to stay. But now my question is, are situationships now the standard? Like, what exactly is going on? So now some people have gone from, oh, he's bae to now it's complicated. Please, how did we even get here? Like, are you guys in a relationship or not? What exactly is happening? Where did we form out this new, this new statement of we're in a situationship? What does that even mean? Once upon a time, people dated with real intentions. Like, people were actually boyfriend and girlfriend in a serious relationship where you say, okay, they can actually define what exactly it is they're doing and where they're going. Some of them, broke up in the end. Some of them ended up in marriage. At least that was fine. It was understandable. We could see that, oh yeah, these things had direction. They had pure definitions. But now, in these days, we just see this guy and this lady who look like or seem like they're in a relationship. But yet, when you ask them, they're like, oh, it's complicated. But yet, these people are doing married people things. They are cuddling. They are doing all sorts of stuff. There's some are even praying together, living together, cooking together, eating together, a lot of stuff. And then when you ask them, sorry, what exactly are you guys? And they're like, oh, it's complicated. I'm like, hello. Then when one party asks the other, what are we? That one is like, oh no, don't ruin the moment. Don't ruin what we have. Let's not ruin it. Let's not mess things up. Let's just see how it goes. Let's not ruin the flow. Hello, brother in Christ. Hello, River Jordan. Where are you flowing to? Right now, it's crazy because it's funny how the audacity is now like global. Like, it's no longer even, it's not a Western thing or an African thing. It's literally a global thing at the moment. Situationships have literally become normal. And it's like they've come to stay. And these things are like, everyone sees it as normal. No one is really talking about it. In fact, now, these days, sometimes when you're even in a proper relationship with, definition and boundaries, people are asking you, oh, how did you do it? Oh, wow, my dear, you're so lucky. As if you won a Grammy. I don't understand. Wasn't this meant to be normal? Wasn't this meant to be the standard? Because now a lot of people are in situationships and things we don't understand. Then some people will say, oh, they are partners. But there's no clear definition because nobody wants the commitment of, oh, being in a committed relationship. Some people will say, oh, we're in an open relationship. Some people will say, oh, we're just having a fling. Some people will say, oh, we're just having a thing. Some will say it's a thingy. So, all sorts of rubbish names. Some people will say, oh, we're in a situationship. Some people will just say, oh, it's complicated. Well, could we have an understanding? What kind of understanding? Even at some wedding guests even ask, the couple that, oh, at what point did you realize that you were in a real relationship? And I'm like, I don't understand. What were they doing before? Like, at what point did they realize, like, is this spiritual awakening? Or, please, I'm lost. Can you guys find me? So you were actually in something that you didn't even know what it was. It didn't have a definition. Then at some point, you now suddenly realized that, oh, you just woke up like it was a vision, or you fell into trance and realized that, oh, it's like what I am in. We can now call it a relationship. Please make it make sense. I don't understand. I seem to have been almost lost in this in this current world. What is going on? So what exactly is even a situationship? For the people at the back that don't understand what a situationship is, I'll tell you. A situationship is a ship because I don't want to say it's a kind of relationship because it's not a relationship, but ship there. So we'll say a situationship is a ship where they have every single thing that should go on in a proper relationship, or sometimes even in a marriage. All the exclusivity, all the love, the care, the affection, intimacy, every single thing that should be in a marriage. Some people have all that, but minus commitment and clear definition. That's what you call a situationship, where they're just basically going with the flow, because two of them are riverine people, because I don't understand where they are flowing to. So basically we can just say, na cruise then day is just basically cruise. We can call it cruise ship, because no be relationship with that. So now we can call it a cruise ship. So another name for a situationship, according to me, is a cruise ship. So basically it's pure cruise. They are just deceiving each other, just going with whatever flow that I don't know what is flowing between them. That's basically it. But guess what? Deep down in the hearts of these people, everybody wants clear definition. Everybody wants defined relationships, to be honest. Everybody wants that assurance or that confidence or that definition. Clear boundaries. Okay, what exactly are we doing? We want something defined. But sometimes you're just I'm just vibing, I'm just going with the flow. But deep down, that sister is hoping to be wife in episode 2 of whatever is the rubbish that she's doing now in episode 1. It's confusing. Like sometimes, like literally like spiritual confusion. I'm like, because what's going on? Something you're there busy praying about somebody who is not praying about you. You're hoping to get hitched with somebody who has none of such plans for you. And sometimes, a lot of times, some ladies get into this situationship thing out of desperation, because you feel like, as you're not finding a proper relationship, and you like this guy, and this guy seems to, you're not sure whether this guy really, whether he is into you like that, or likes you like that, or wants anything defined with you. But for the meantime, since he's not ready for anything serious, you will not gonna believe that, if I just go with the flow with him, let me give him time to wrap his head around it, and then, define things between us. But does this really ever happen? Does this really ever turn out right? I'll say in most cases, no. So my dear, if that's your plan, if you're thinking it at the back of your mind that if I get into a situationship with this guy, maybe later on as we are going with whatever flow, as you people are flowing like a river, wherever you people are flowing to, somehow in episode 2 of you people's situationship story, you suddenly become wifed, or you become wifey eventually, maybe in episode 3 or 4 of the story. My sister, abort mission, it doesn't work. So why exactly are we settling for vibes on vibes? Like, I don't understand. How did we get here? What exactly is the reason why people settle for, vibes over proper exclusive relationships that are leading to marriage with clear definition and timing? But let's be honest here, we've all been involved in this kind of thing in one way or the other. Okay, then let me not say we've all. Some of you let me speak for myself. Some of you have been involved in this kind of thing at some point in time or the other. Sometimes maybe out of desperation, or out of the likeness or love that you have for this person, that the person is not ready or willing to reciprocate at this point in time. You feel like you'll be able to, wait it out, give them time to, warm up to you. And then if you're patient with them, you'll be able to turn this vibe into a proper vision. And then you guys will be headed somewhere. You think, no, you can, patiently wait them into commitments. My dear, it doesn't work. If we count how many times it has actually worked for people, if we do the math, it's not an advisable venture, because it has failed more often than it has actually worked for people. So please, what are the odds? In the end, you gave your heart, you gave your time, you gave your transport money, you gave all your, emotions, everything into it, only for you in the end to come and get, I'm not ready for a relationship at the moment. I'm not ready for a relationship right now. Sorry, bro. What were you doing before? And you'll be asking, what are we? You're nothing but pencils in the hand of the creator, because you did not define what you are, because you are nothing but pencils in the hands of the creator. That thing that you're doing now, that ship is going to sink past Titanic. So please, abort mission. And the annoying part is that sometimes, a few weeks down the line, you can now see the same guy who told you he's not ready for a relationship is now beginning to post another girl, and he's like, he's now beginning to post his real babe. So what were you before? Hey, my sister, they were using you to pass time. God, I beg. A lot of times we've allowed, fear of uncertainty, fear of the unknown, fear of rejection, fear of being alone, and all that stuff to push us into temporary unwanted, undefined relationships that are not really going anywhere. But my sister, my brother, I would advise you today. You see that thing that you're doing in whatever ship that you are shipping, that you're going with the flow and, hoping that one day in some nearer or further future, this guy or this lady is going to change their mind and suddenly now begin to love you. You think you'll be able to love them into wanting to commit to you? My dear, it doesn't work. So if that's your game plan today, I'm already telling you that it's dead on arrival. So please, just abort mission. Just cancel the plan. Kill the idea. It doesn't work. Remove that mindset from your head. You need to heal from that mindset. Give yourself some more grace. Have some more value and more, more love and more self-worth for yourself. Because if you love and value yourself that much, you won't say, oh, because you feel like you're desperate now, or you feel like, oh, I don't want to be alone, then you get yourself entangled in something that doesn't make sense, that doesn't have any clear definition, with somebody who clearly doesn't care about you, but is just using you to pass time, pending when the real person they would want to be in a relationship with or to be married to will come along. Come on, don't do that to yourself, because you end up being hurt in the process. My sister, I will advise you, if you're listening to me today, stop offering wife benefits, or stop offering wifey benefits to acquaintances or situationships or whatever it is, or flings or whatever you call them. Please stop giving wife benefits to a man who hasn't earned it. You know what? Let's even analyze it. Now we're in the age of social media, and unfortunately sometimes in some aspects social media has done more harm than good. But it all depends on what you do with it. It's a tool, so it depends on what you do with the tool. Now, whether you will not determine whether it affects you positively or negatively. But unfortunately now, social media has helped to push this buffet mentality, where everyone feels like, oh, if you try this one, or if you don't want this one, you swipe. Is that you just keep swiping on people, swipe and go, just pass. You feel like you have several options. If you pick this one and try it on, you don't want it, you dump it. You pick the next one, you dump it, you pick the next one. But unfortunately, that shouldn't be the right way to go about relationships, because these things are emotions of people that you're toying with, and it affects people. It breaks people. Some people become broken people for a long time. Some people become damaged people that are difficult to heal. Some people become emotional wrecks. So why would you want to do that to somebody just simply because, oh, you don't want to be alone? So at every single point in time, you must have somebody, whether you like them or not. If you don't like them, you just string them along for the meantime, pending when you get to find the one that you actually want. Please don't do that to anyone. That's really wicked and sad. Unfortunately, apart from social media, people feel like, oh, they have a lot of options, where it's just a buffet kind of thing, where they just pick and drop. But unfortunately, it has made a lot of people to now think that commitment is a trap. Some people see commitment as a trap. They're like, oh no, I don't want anything defined. I don't want any defined relationship. I don't want anybody to trap me. I want, something open that, you can just, fling from one person to another. You can walk away whenever you're not feeling it anymore and all that stuff. So that's why some people are scared of commitment, because they see it as a trap. They feel like, oh, once they're in something committed, it's going to trap them. So they rather have something that is just, no definition, nothing, where you can just up and leave anytime you want. Number two, another thing that makes people commit to that kind of ship is childhood trauma. Some people did not see, they didn't grow up in a stable home. They didn't grow up in a happy home, so to speak. Some people did not see that, commitment level between their parents. Some people even grew up in broken homes, where their parents, parted ways a long time ago and all that. So they did not grow up seeing that, that need for commitment. So because of that, some people don't see any reason why they should trap themselves to one person. They say, oh, after all, my parents split ways anyways, so why should I have to be, tied down to one person, all in the name of commitment? So some people see it as a trap. So some of these people who grew up in, unstable homes, they avoid emotional attachment because they didn't see it. They didn't see that growing up. They didn't grow up with that. They didn't grow up seeing their parents, emotionally attached. So they avoid emotional attachment themselves, because they don't even know how to be emotionally attached to people. So a lot of times you see people like that, they don't go for anything serious. They're like, oh, I don't need anything serious, just a fling. Let's just have fun as it goes. let's just see where it goes. Basically no definition, nothing. We're not anything, we're not in a relationship, we're not anything, we're just enjoying ourselves together. And that's what they call it. They say, oh, we're just we're in a situationship, let's just see how it goes. And then they don't want any emotional commitment because they didn't grow up seeing any, so they don't know, they didn't learn from home, which is the basic unit, how to be emotionally committed to anybody. So these things are the issues. So yeah, another thing that affects and makes people another thing that makes people want to toe the line of situationships is the economy. Unfortunately, now the economy is really bad, so a lot of people see it as, oh, relationships are expensive, because some people see relationship as soft loan. They go in there for but what they feel they can benefit from the next person. So because of that, some people want to avoid billing. So because of that, they feel like, oh, situationships are cheaper. I don't have to buy you any anniversary gifts. I don't have to, show up for you or gift you during birthdays or anything like that. I don't have to follow you or do anything special for your family or for any of your loved ones or anything like that. I don't have to travel with you for your Christmas and all that blah 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 stuff. So because of that, some people feel like, oh, it's cheaper to be in a situationship because we both don't owe each other anything. Whatever we do for each other at the point where we are just having fun is okay. There's no commitment, there's no expectations. So that way expectations are low. They feel like, oh, that way it's easier to save money that way. We're both doing each other, so nobody's expecting too much from the next person. So whatever you get, you see it as, oh, it's just luxury, it's just by the way, and you're happy about it, and it just goes by. Unlike being in a committed relationship where there's some expectations of things that you should do. So some people think, oh, committed relationships or a marriage is more expensive, so they would rather go for the cheaper option, which is situationships. Unfortunately, that shouldn't be a good way to think, but sadly, some people think that way. We can't help it, can we? And then another reason why some people opt for situationships is, funny enough, as funny as it might sound, some people actually enjoy the drama that comes with situationships. Some people enjoy the whole roller coaster of swinging from one person to another person with no strings attached, no emotional commitment and all that. Some people enjoy it. It's fun for some people. They see it as, oh, enjoyment. If I try this one today, this one tire me. After 1 month, I move to another person. After 1 month, I swinging ladies by or swinging guys by. For some people, it is fun. Some people mistake chaos for chemistry. So for them, they're enjoying the chaos, but they feel like, oh, I'm just building chemistry with different people. When I'm not feeling the chemistry between us again, I swing to another person. But it's becoming chaotic. So what exactly now is the solution to this problem? So now you might be thinking, we should Google stop dating in total. We should just stop relationship. We should stop situationship. We should not do anyone. No, that's not what I'm saying. The solution is not saying, oh, I don't want any relationship, I'll just buy cats and it's just me and my cats, or me and my dogs, or whatever. That's not the solution to the problem either. The solution is defining what you want right from the beginning. Don't let anyone cajole you or talk you into, let's see how it goes. You ain't going nowhere, man. You're not going nowhere. So don't allow anybody to deceive you with, oh, let's just start, we'll see the vibe as it goes. If we can vibe and all that, then, we'll take it a step further into a proper relationship. My dear, don't fall for that nonsense. Don't fall for it. It's a scam. Don't fall for it. It doesn't work. So if anybody tells you that, you're like, hold up. I ain't doing that with you, man. If you don't want something defined, define whatever it is that you want beforehand. Say what you want. Men are very quick to say what they want. Men will tell you what they want, how they want it, but unfortunately, a lot of women, because of, the society that we're in, some people are like, oh, what if I say what I want and he starts to see me as if now I'm desperate? No, that the fact that you're hiding what you want low-key and then acting as if no, that's not what you want is now where that's even the desperation. So it's better you say what you want up front. Oh, I don't want a situationship. I want a proper relationship that's leading to marriage. I want this and that. I don't have more than so and so yet to give to anybody. Blah blah blah. Whatever it is you want, just say it. Say what works for you and what doesn't work for you, and the right person would accept it. So if you tell this person, oh, I don't do situationships, we're either in a proper relationship that is defined with proper time frame that is leading to marriage within so time, or we're not doing anything at all. If the person doesn't want it, all well and good, they take a walk. The person who would want that kind of thing, who is interested in the same kind of thing, would definitely accept it, and you guys will go down that route together. So it's better that way than deceiving people into, oh, let's see how it goes, when you know deep down in your heart of hearts that you're not going anywhere. If you do that, you're a wicked person. God is watching you. Don't do it. Stop treating confusion like it's a flex. Basically, love is not meant to feel like exam results that you're sitting there and waiting and hoping that, okay, when the result comes out, it's going to be good. You shouldn't be sitting there and guessing what someone's feelings about you is. You shouldn't be confused as to whether, do they love me, do they not love me, are they beginning to love me, are they not beginning to love me. It's like sitting there and thinking about an exam result, whether you're going to pass or you're not going to pass. No, love shouldn't be that way. It should be something that you're sure of, that you can say without any doubt in your heart. You can beat your chest that, me and this person, we got each other. This person loves me and I love them back. And vice versa. Basically, it should be like that. Not a situation whereby you're sitting there, you're like, oh, he said let's go with the flow, I'm hoping he's beginning to like me, I'm hoping she's beginning to fall in love with me, and all that blah blah blah. No, that's not love. Love shouldn't be like that. And please, I will advocate for this. Let's bring Jesus back into our relationships. Let's bring the God factor back into our relationships. Let's bring discernment back. Discernment is not just only for church and for other things, spiritual things. Discernment is for relationships as well. If you have a discerning spirit, sometimes you would foresee when somebody is going to waste your time. Sometimes you will foresee when you foresee when someone is not right for you, and then you take a walk early enough because you have a discerning spirit, because you have discernment. So pray for discernment, bring the God factor in. Before you go into that relationship or situationship or whatever with that person, pray about it, commit it into God's hands, have your conviction, make your peace with it, be sure that this thing is right for you, this thing is good for you. So you don't let anybody waste your time. Basically, that's what I'm saying. So I'll give you a little small gist. There was this lady who, she was in a situationship with this guy. The guy was like, oh, let's just see how it goes, let's go with the flow. And funny enough, she thought that things were actually changing and they were transitioning into a proper relationship because, she had gone to this guy's house with him before. They had a family event and he invited her. So they came for the event together. So she met his, parents. She met his mom. So the mom, was okay, was welcoming to her and all that. So she thought, this guy's introducing me to his family. Definitely he wants to take things further from the situationship into, maybe proper relationship or even marriage. So she thought at the time, only for her to finish, all the whole thing. She has, finished forming, how Africans are now. A lot of eye service. She have already finished forming wife material in the house when she came for the, their family event and stayed, 2 days. She had already come, she wanted to impress them. She had already cleaned everywhere, wake up early, clean. She was washing the guy's mom's clothes, doing everything. The only thing remained that this girl did not do is to scrub the gates. She would have, like if they had told her, my dear, will you help us scrub the gate or will you help us scrub the wall? She would have done it. Literally everything. She cooked, she cleaned, she washed clothes, she did everything. Trying to prove herself, trying to prove to them, the family, that she's a good girl and she's wife material for their son. Thinking that, that's going to make him, change the narrative. Only for this girl to finish all these things. And they have come back to, back to base, back to factory settings. And she's asking this guy that, what are we now? Are we now? I guess we're now in a clear relationship. It seems like your mom liked me. When are we taking things further? And the guy is like, hold up. It's like, I don't understand what you're talking about. We're not in a relationship. My babe broke down. It's shocker. She was like, no, but I thought things had changed between us. You took me to your family house. He was like, yes, because I needed company. I needed to bring somebody. I invited you. Are we not friends? Are we not, we're cool now, we're pals. So I invited you for my family event. It wasn't anything that deep. She was like, I came, I was doing all the work, I was doing all the cleaning. I was like, nobody forced you now. And true, nobody forced her. She decided to do it thinking, that will make her impress the guy's mom and all that. So my dear, if there's no clear definition of what you are doing, they're just treating you like you don't even know where you are standing. You cannot really, if somebody asks you today, what are you doing with this person? You cannot clearly define it and say, when a relationship or we're getting married soon or whatever it is. My dear, run, no. If it doesn't have definition, please take a walk. If it doesn't like you enough to have a proper, relationship with you, then this guy doesn't want you at all, he doesn't like you, and you have no business at all being in his life and hanging around, buying time for him pending when he finds the main chick. My dear, don't allow anybody use you. Just run. So my people, if you've got any of your own situationship stories, or you have one that someone has just told you about, or another one that you've heard about, it might not even be about you personally, it might be another person's own story that you've heard, please do well to drop it in the comment section. And at this point in this video, if you've got to this point, my darling, have you liked this video? If you have not liked this video, you are wrong. So please, my dear, click on the like button. Please like this video. Drop your comments in the comment section. What do you think about situationships? Do you think they're the way to go? Do you think they're saving lives? Do you think they're healthy? Do you think they're good? Or are you of the old traditional opinion that they do not make any sense? So let me know, what do you think? Drop your comments in the comment section. I'll be sure to respond. And please share this video to your friends, your family, your loved ones, even your enemies, even that girl that you are wondering, that you are pitying her, that she's in a situationship, and you're wondering, when is this girl's head going to be correct? Please send it to her. She needs this video. She'll thank you later. So thank you so much for watching this video up to this point. I love you so much. Thank you so much for taking your time to watch this video. I will see you same time next week, and I remain your amazing host, OGE, aka the Phenomenal Oge. See you same time next week. Bye.